Are we back? Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Cruz. Wait, hold on. The time's not running. Oh, it is running. There we go. And we're here. Welcome back, man. I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. I don't know what I've been doing. Okay. I've been doing big things, big and little things and from the middle side of the big things and the little things. You know what I'm saying? I just been doing things up in this motherfucker. No, but welcome to another edition where you can normally find the Cruising Podcast is on YouTube at Cruising Podcast, also on also on oh my goodness, what did I normally use? It's been that long. Apple Podcasts, where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Just look up it's there. And if you want to see the latest updates of the Cruising Podcast, it is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. And I just wanted to do a very, very quick podcast today, because we all know, I know a lot of you are displaced from work. I know a lot of you probably have kids at home. I also know a lot of you probably are dealing with the fallout of this virus that is out right now, that is really just fucking up all of our plans. And so, sorry. And so, what I want to do is say, I'm sorry that you're going through this. Hey, man, we're all getting affected in some way, somehow by this fucking virus. And it's just, I can't say it is what it is, but it just seems like we go through this every other year. But it seems like this one's a lot more serious than the others, even though H1N1 probably killed more people. But I've also read, but it's probably wrong today. So I had to check my sources a little bit. I got to check a few more sources just to make sure this is right. But over 400 people just passed away from the virus in Italy literally in one day. Italy has been shut down. There's a lot of cities that have been shut down. There's a lot of people that are quarantined or self-quarantining themselves, which I've never fucking heard of before. Also, the social distancing shit. Another thing that's what everybody's saying now is social distance. Look, all I'm worried about is that a grown-ass adult can wash their fucking hands regularly like a grown-ass adult. Also, maybe teach your kids how to wash their hands and, maybe cough with closing their fucking mouths or covering your mouths. Like, that would be great. Everybody just, why is that difficult? Why is that something that's like, that needs to be told to fucking grown ass people? That's a problem to me. That's a huge problem to me. As a grown ass man, I know how to cover my fucking mouth. If I cough, I cover my mouth. If I fucking, sneeze, cover my mouth. Why, wipe my nose, do all the rest of that cool shit. That's why the fuck is that a difficult thing? Also, for everyone, that I understand we are a lot of us are on two different sides of the political spectrum, which is understandable. This is not one of those times where we just need to sit here and be like, well, Trump is doing this right or Trump is doing this wrong. What we need to do as human beings, as human fucking beings, we need to become a village. What teaches, a kid to become a grown-up? A village. It takes a village. It literally takes a village. And us arguing back and forth about whose fault it is and whose fault it's not, or this, that, and the third. This is us now. It's up to us to make sure that this fucking virus does not get out further than what it needs to get out as is. It's up to us to help out maybe a single parent out there that's struggling because they got to put their kid in fucking extra daycare. They got probably a couple kids that they got put in daycare. And guess what? They're displaced from work. Some people are still working to this day. I'm working, but we have to become a village around not just the United States, but around the countries, around the world. The world needs to become a fucking village, because literally it felt like it was overnight that this virus is really taking over our lives. And the media, maybe the media is, um maybe the media is stirring up panic, but you fuckers that went to Walmart, that went to out here what we call HEB or Kroger, everybody knows what Kroger is, or supermarkets like that, ShopRite probably in Philly, what is it, Trader Joe's, some shit, whatever. Wherever you go to get your needs, your essentials. First of all, why the fuck are you clearing out shelves that are essentials that you actually should have already had at your house? Why are you clearing that out? What the fuck is wrong with you? So you didn't have paper towel on, the shelves and shit. Like it just doesn't make sense to where we're at a point in not just American history, but also in human history that this is what we come down to whenever there's a fucking mass panic. I can understand the water problem, but hey, guess what? You can get water from your fucking refrigerator. I mean, I can go to my refrigerator right now and get some water. And y'all going around and y'all taking these cases of water, and I've seen panic everywhere. There's long lines. Yo, listen, you can still go in and out of your house at any time. You didn't have to fucking clear these shelves out. You didn't have to do any of that shit. Fuck. Amazon is still sending out shit that's essential. Medical stuff like baby diaper. I can understand baby diapers too, baby wipes. I understand a lot of people have babies, and also, maybe have snack packs for your kids or something. But I can understand that it's a difficult time right now because there's a lot of kids out of school. And what people don't understand is that it's not just the educational part of these kids not being in school. School is actually a safety zone. And what I've learned is between the times of 3 and 7 is when that's like danger time for kids, especially if they're living in the inner city / the hood. That's danger time for them. That's the time where they can get into a lot of fucking trouble. And I worry about that. But when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? We walked around, we did our thing, but I never joined no gang. It never did anything too crazy. But I do worry about it, especially today's kids, like social distance, whatever. Keeping fucking 30 feet between a person is very easy. That's easy as shit, especially in today's age, because most kids play video games online or shit like that. And I understand parents, you don't want your kids having screen time and shit like that. That's completely understandable. But right now, if you can just get on YouTube and find educational things just to keep their minds, keep their mind working. You got to keep the mind working, because the mind stops working. Idle hands are devil's playground. So that's where it's time to maybe, watch some educational shit, or, I don't know, get outside, run around a little bit, tire them the fuck out. I don't know. But I understand that I've seen a lot of parents are having this is a troubling time also, because not only are you out of a job, you also got to pay a daycare service or your kids, and you're also displaced from your job. It sucks. It's I understand this is a two-way street, and I really hope that I can figure out a way to help that situation. But I'm definitely have some, something coming during the pipeline next week or so, but I won't talk about that right now. Not yet. We ain't ready yet. We not ready yet. I'm almost ready, but we almost, we gotta get it right. But I really do hope that everybody is staying safe, covering their fucking mouths, washing your hands, also washing your bodies, just in case somebody sneezes on you because they're assholes, or breathes on you. Apparently, just someone breathing can make you sick. This disease, I mean, this virus sounds like something made out of fucking movies. Like dead ass, this sounds like a movie. This sounds like a movie virus. Oh, well, it's an airborne virus. So if you breathe, you turn into a zombie. I don't know, some shit like that. It's very weird. This virus, it's a very weird virus that I've never heard of before. Like I'm sitting around, I'm just like, all right, now people are put, and then and then the whole one more thing about the political shit before I start that shit. The whole thing about political shit. I understand. A lot of you are Trump fans of Trump. Um, how can I say this bluntly? Maybe shut the fuck up. Oh, so somebody posted something today. Said, "Hey liberals, when those checks, those $1,000 checks comes, make sure you send them back because that's not your president." Make sure that we get a full understanding of what's going on real quick. How I say this bluntly? I'll say this more fucked up. It's not up to Trump to give $1,000 to everyone. It has to pass through a Senate. It has to pass through a House. He also has to ratify it and not veto this. So that comes down to it. I mean, yeah, he is a part of the process. Let's be real. But he also got to get through two other processes. That's the way government works. Maybe we should go back and maybe watch the Schoolhouse Rock song of how a bill is made so we can all understand, what's supposed to be happening in this situation. Because I understand you want to sit here and maybe put out like false shit about like, oh, he's done a great job. And also people are saying it is an election year. But if it is an election year, and they're trying to get like a lot of people are trying to blame Democrats, a lot of Democrats trying to blame Republicans, but the whole world's dealing with it. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just whatever. Listen, we're all dealing with this shit, and we all need to come together as a people, not political factions. We come together as people to fight this shit, to stop the spread. If you know what I mean, to stop it. There's gyms, bars, restaurants are closing. This is real. This is a real thing. There's not a natural disaster in one city like Houston or New Orleans. How New Orleans was hit by, Katrina, or Houston was hit by, the various different fucking hurricanes. This is a real thing that's happening around the world at the same fucking time. There are sporting events being canceled. School motherfuckers being jobs. Motherfuckers are losing their jobs. The economy's going to shit. But we're here fighting together. And that's the only way we're going to beat this shit. This is the only way we're going to beat it. Period. It's the only way we're going to beat it. Is that us being together and fighting together for a noble cause, which is defeating this virus, and trusting that these nurses and scientists and doctors are helping us to their fullest extent. We as a people need to fucking do this now. We need to trust each other, trust the man next to you, trust the person on the right and left, maybe behind you. Make sure you got some, got eyes in the back of your head. Hopefully you're good at looking. Motherfucker over there. All right, cool. Or the person in front of you. You have to help each other up. We have to help, not you. We have to help each other up as a country, as a world, as a human race. We have to help each other because this is the only way we're going to beat this shit. Sorry. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, this is just the beginning. No, it's not. We can end this shit easily by literally helping each other out. Literally practicing, staying the fuck away from each other. By the way, that's not. I have really bad allergies, and this is a really bad time for me. Of course, this coronavirus and allergy season are on the same fucking timeline. So people are confusing the sneeze for, oh shit, that person got corona. Oh, he just caught. Oh, he got corona. What the fuck, man? Like, come on, bro. Like, fuck, man. I've been dealing with allergies for 30 years. I'm sorry. This is how I deal with it. And of course, when this virus hits, this is the worst pollen in, like, I think it's in like Texas history. Of course, the worst pollen is falling onto Texas literally while coronavirus is happening. Fuck, man. And so we just can't get away from sneezing. Look, for somebody, I understand that y'all are probably scared, and somebody sneezing or coughing is kind of like calling them, It's like fucking like a biological weapon, practically. Understandable. But you know, I saw okay, so I saw one more thing that was kind of fucking crazy too. So is Philadelphia on the verge of having a purge? The police are not arresting people for nonviolent crimes. If this is true, by the way, I don't know if this is true. It's Twitter, so Twitter can be a little bit fucky. But are police urban like no? You can rob somebody, you can have prostitution, you can sell drugs, you can do all this shit now in Philadelphia. That don't sound right. That don't sound right to me. I don't think it sounds right. But I've been seeing like Twitter shit saying that like Philadelphia is practically on the verge of a purge. And then I saw a video from New Jersey where somebody is literally driving their car down the street and playing the horn from the purge. Literally playing the horn from the purge. You know how much I would have freaked the fuck out that would have happened? Like, man, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to purge. What the fuck are we doing here? I'm safe to say that I don't know because motherfuckers in Jersey is wild. They can get a little wild, and a purge is very likely to happen in Jersey, and really very much more likely in Philly. And a lot more likely probably in like northern Delaware, where all three of the states kind of combine with each other. I can see shit happening, purge like. So we need to take a close look and make sure that we know that everybody's fine. Hey, let my family get out of Philly first before you bitches start purging, because that just saying that and posting that is a fucking problem. Why the fuck would you post that? That is weird. But yeah, apparently New Jersey's on a curfew. I think it's at like, what was it, 8 o'clock at night till 7 in the morning or some crazy shit like that. There's a curfew. Yeah, I don't think the corona has a time of day that is going to hit you. So if you're going to do a curfew, you should probably just tell everybody, hey, y'all need to isolate yourselves now. You need to stay home. Period. If you're outside of the house, it needs to be for essential goods. It needs to be for essential goods, or if your job is still working, it's still on having their hours and shit. That's the only thing that they should be coming out of the house for. If you're just, I don't think there's a time of day that this thing hits you. I don't think after 8 o'clock is like, nah. You know what? Oh, it was 8. Fuck, man. I'll be back tomorrow, bitches. I'll be back at 7 a.m. I'm here. I'm going to be here at your front doorstep at 7 o'clock on the dot. And then my drop top, feeling the beat. I got a real pretty little thing. Oh, sorry. Hold on. My fault. Sorry. That was sorry. My fault. But I don't think that this virus, coronavirus, why the fuck is every time there's like a virus or a sickness or some shit, why do black people always say that? Why? I'm black, so fuck off if you got a problem with what I'm saying. But why do black people always say that? Yeah, man, that don't happen to black people. Nah. Only thing that happens to us is high blood pressure and a lot of diabetes and shit. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that happened to us. Nah, homie. This shit ain't discriminatory between black people, white people, Asians, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Hispanics, whatever you want to do. This shit's gonna hit you no matter what if it wants you. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking saying shit like that, because motherfuckers actually believe dumb shit like that. Also, it does not discriminate age. Now, the highest mortality rate, might have fucked the word up, don't care. But the highest rate of death is coming from 80 and above, and then like a little bit more high, and a little high, and a little bit less higher between 60 and 80. And then under that, is people with great immune system or with pretty good immune systems are surviving this fairly easily. But it doesn't discriminate. It's still going to hit you. It's just, some people just have really high immune systems or in shape. One of those two. And of course, this is fucking me up because I can't go to the gym because now all the gyms are closed due to this virus because motherfuckers don't know how to wash their hands and wipe down fucking machines. That's the problem. So all 24-hour fitnesses that are closed now. The fucking little ass gym that I have in my neighborhood fucking closed. It's closed. Why? Why? There's literally a minimal, maybe 5 people that go at a time. Fuck, man. Oh, I just want to get my soul on. And I can't even do that. They won't allow me. They don't want me to be great. They don't want me to be big. I said, fuck, man. So now I gotta do push-ups and shit like that, and keep my arms right. Try to lose his weight. Eat a little bit less. I want to be skinny as shit probably at the end of this bad boy. So all I've been doing is literally going out, getting my coffee, coming back home. It's literally all I've been doing. And I think people need to understand. I think, yeah. And I know a lot of you are saying that we need to stay home and shit, but some of us have jobs that still have us come in. So fuck off. That's how I feel about that part of the story. Understandable. Some of you are on the front lines talking that shit, but I'm like, look, I gotta make some money. So yeah, unless you're gonna pay my bills, you wanna pay some bills for me, that'd be great. I have no problem. You wanna pay? You got to pay. All right. I just don't want to hear people sitting here trying to tell me how to do this because I can't. I do need money, and my job will fire me in a heartbeat if I don't show up to it. So sorry, and also, yeah, that's all I can tell you. Sorry. I don't work remotely from home. I can't. I lift boxes and hopefully get to the right the right destination, and all the rest of that cool stuff. But no, but yeah, I just wanted to put this out there to just say, man, I'm gonna reiterate this shit one more time. It takes a village to grow children into grown-ups. It takes a village. Not just the parents. It takes the village. It is a old saying. Actually, it used to be that it takes a village to make a boy into a man. But men and or female and male and other. And we're just going to say other. We're just going to say other. There's no discrimination here. We're just going to say other. But yeah, I was going to do what you can stream this week. Well, not even this week. I was going to do what you can stream, like good things to stream for yourselves. And especially if you're at home and you ain't got shit to do, and also video games. And also there's a huge announcement that actually came out that's near dear to my fucking heart. But I'm going to do that tomorrow. I just wanted to get this out there to just say, I love all of you. Everyone I love. If you need me, hit me up. If it's not, what I'm saying, hit me up. But also, I'm hoping I can start a charity stream so I can give to the what's the name of the shit? Houston Food Bank, because I live in Houston, so everybody can, it's the closest place I could think of. But no, I want to be able to give back to the food banks. I saw that JJ Watt did $350,000. Or am I tripping? I might have been 150,000. I thought it was 350. I might be I gotta see the number again. I know it was 6 figures. So that's definitely not what I got. But I definitely want to do a charity stream, especially with these kids being out of school, and so they make sure that they get a warm meal for breakfast, lunch, and also dinner. Also dinner. People are sleeping, but I'd rather dinner be part of that too. Kids get it, the families gets it. Just hoping that this gets out there to all of them. Also, there's other things I want to do in the works that are going to help other people, especially through this crisis, through this virus, through this pandemic. Yeah, and those are going to be announced probably in the coming days. But yeah, I definitely want to be able to go out in front of this and definitely help my fellow man and woman and non-binary and whatever else you want to call yourself, or gender fluid. That's whatever you want to do with your life. That's it's not just your choice, it's who you are. But I definitely want to do something great for everyone, and I really do hope that if you are listening to this and that you do see this, that this hopefully invigorates you to want to do something for your fellow man. Because, like I said, I'm going to continue to say this. It's the new motto of 2020 that it takes a fucking village, and put fucking in it too. Fucking it gives it a little bit more oomph, a little bit more to make sure that this world is going to be left to the future better than how we had it. I don't think that made sense, but hopefully it does. But we have to be able to show that in the future, we gotta be able to show, yo, we all came together at one point and we beat something together. And everybody was like, yo, it's going to take an alien invasion for the whole world to come together. But I feel like this virus is the thing that's going to bring the world together. That's what I think. That's the thing. That's the one thing that I can definitely, hopefully, get out of this, is that's come out. That this is the thing that brings us together, not breaks us apart. I know there's a lot of conflicting shit, but I hope this brings us together. Also, one more thing. I forgot. I got one more thing. Sorry, last thing. I know there's a lot of you born again Christians. I know there's a lot of you that decided to jump into religious stuff or back into religion or whatever. I completely understand that. I understand where you guys are coming from. I see what you guys are saying. How can I put this nicely? Stop posting on. Look, listen. Some of you, I guess, just got back in church and are now trying to say that this is one of the four horsemen of hell. I mean, four horsemen of the apocalypse. I've seen this. I've seen it. Trust me, I've seen it. Quite a few people have done this. And also have quoted Revelations. I want to say this. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be honest. I believe there's a man upstairs or a woman upstairs or whoever is upstairs. Believe that there are supernatural things that can happen. But if you're going to sit here and say this one four horsemen of apocalypse, then this horseman has came quite a few times. Oh, when? Oh, you want me to tell you when? Bubonic plague. What's the other one? Spanish flu, H1N1. We keep having things like this. Pestilence has been around forever. You know what? You know which other one has been around forever? Death. You know what other one has been around forever? War. There's one more I'm missing. Pestilence, war, death, famine. Sorry, that's the one that I always. I don't know why I always forget famine. Those four have been around for a very long time. Really since the beginning of time. So some of you are trying to quote that. Some of you also trying to sit here and say some crazy shit like that, trying to scare people. I don't know if you're trying to scare people or are you just trying to like make them panic even more. But stop. I understand. Cool. Look, man, you got into it. You read the book. You enjoyed the book. You've heard the teachings of it, but I think you didn't take the teachings the right way. The teachings are supposed to create a community. They're supposed to help a community. And what you're trying to do is tear down the community and make it go into a panic. That's what you're trying to do. I don't know if that's what I don't know if that's what you're trying to do. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Maybe it's just me, that the way I read that type of stuff, or a way somebody else might read that type of stuff. Stop. We get it. Awesome. You got into it. That's awesome. But let's talk about facts right now. Those are facts. We see all those every fucking day. We see famine every day. You want to know when we see famine? Is when I see those commercials with those African kids that don't have food. That's what I see. We also have, fight for hunger and all the rest of all the rest of this shit. Not cool shit. But we got all the rest of this shit that's happening around the world. We see famine every day. We see death every day. We see pestilence every day. You got a cold, you sneezing, it's allergy. It's pestilences. Stop. Stop. War. How many wars have we been in? As America alone. Been in a war even against ourselves. You know, just, just maybe understand the teachings. Maybe when you read the teachings, understand that we've seen these. Maybe not at the same fucking time. Actually, probably have. Actually, the Spanish flu was happening during World War One. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? So I just want to make sure that you are not trying to stir up hysteria. It's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? It's unnecessary. Help your village. Help your village, which is the world. Help it. Not try to break it apart. That's all I'm asking. That's all I want. You know what I want for my birthday, my 31st birthday, July 4th? What I want is everyone to help their village. That's all I want. That's all I need. That's what I need. That's what I need. Is the village. And once that happens, it'll be a much more, it'll be a much better place to live. It already is a great place to live, but we can make it a lot better. And it takes us. It takes us. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much for listening to the Cruising Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the Cruising Podcast today. I know it was kind of a downer type deal, but it needs to be said. Some things just need to be said, man. But tomorrow will be a lot more fun. I promise it'll be a lot more fun. I'm going to give you guys some streaming TV shows to watch. I got some shows for you guys. I've been watching a lot of shows. I've been binging a lot of shows. My family's also been binging a lot of shows. I think they like the shows that they're binging because they are binging them. And also, a lot of movies are coming out on demand that were supposed to come out like theatrically, but there are quite a few pretty big blockbusters being released on demand on Universal is one of the bigger ones right now. So I got you guys, man. Also, Birds of Prey just came out like a month ago, and they're already having their digital release next Tuesday. But that's one, it's just a little taste. Get a little taste. Get a little woof off your back. Get a little taste. But with that, also, thank you guys so much for listening to Cruise Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Hopefully this opens your mind. I know it probably wasn't the most entertaining thing, but hopefully it opens your mind. But with that, thank you guys so much for listening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Deuces.